So I attended the wedding 3 months ago. But it wasn't just any wedding. It was an Indian wedding. This is Anuj, a friend from college who was nice enough to invite me to his brother's wedding 18 months in advance. Knowing Indian weddings for its festivities and me generally being curious about the place, it was quite a no-brainer to say yes. So after a whole lot of hassle with visa and perhaps the most stressful Uber ride, I found myself in this fancy hotel getting prepared for the series of events.
Look at that. This is basically the rundown. It's a 3-day party. A lot of stuff going on.
The first event of the night is the Sangeet, a celebration event to welcome everyone into the festive vibes of the wedding, with drinking, dancing, and performances. Full disclosure, I was actually kind of stranded for the first 2 hours of the thing because I can understand nothing around me and I know no one at this thing, except for like 1 or 2 uni friends. Once they're there, it was game on. So after a whole night of partying, we're on to day 2. But to be honest, I was kind of dead because the last time I partied that hard was probably 2021. But still, I was excited for the day. First thing of the day is the haldi ceremony, where a turmeric paste is applied onto the bride and groom as a form of blessing. We all had a go at it and it lasted the whole morning. And in the afternoon, I took a quick nap to get some energy back because we have a whole night ahead of us. Next up is the Bharat. The groom side of the family will start all the way over here at the edge of the hotel and we'll slowly make our way into the main wedding venue. It was fun, it was chaotic, it was everything. We will also need to wear this traditional headgear called sahar, and it symbolizes respect and elegance. And shout out to Anuj for preparing so many traditional outfits for me, or else I'll stand out even more, and not in a good way. After a whole lot of dancing and mingling, we finally get to the venue, and the bride and groom walk down the aisle and share the kiss, and it felt like a very fitting end to a beautiful wedding. Except it wasn't. By 1 AM, everything was done and I was so ready to go to sleep. But a very nice lady came up to me and told me that remember to come down in an hour when the wedding actually starts. You can probably imagine my culture shock because basically what I experienced for the past 2 days were just pre-game, and the couple would not be officially married until these few last rituals, where they walk around the fire for 7 rounds, say their vows, exchange a sacred necklace, and the bride's father will hand over her hand to the groom to signify transitioning to a new family. I think it was about 5 AM when everything's done, but to be honest, the whole thing sounded very stretched out, but it actually went by a blur. I think it's refreshing to know the culture behind the rituals and to see how passionate everyone was. And although I said I knew no one at this thing, I was really surprised by their hospitality. And I ended up knowing a few new friends. I explored the city before I flied out. All in all, it had been a privilege to participate, and it definitely reminded me of the values of tradition that bond us together and the joy we share in the midst of it.